herself on CBS, the Gala's television home for nearly 4 decades. Kennedy Center Chairman David M. Rubenstein said in a statement Thursday, the Kennedy Center Honors celebrates the spectacular talents of artists whose brilliance has left a lasting impact on our society. These honorees represent what is possible when creativity is not just cultivated but unleashed. Martha Argeric's distinctive performance has spanned the globe and over for the last 6 decades has earned her world recognition as one of the greatest pianists of the 20th and 21st century. The Eagles' ambitiously themed album epically merged the American West and rock and roll, paving the way for unconventional music makers and artists to come. Al Pacino has embodied some of the most powerful characters of our time on both the stage and silver screen. Mavis Staples' unmatched gospel and rhythm and blues masterpieces span 60 years and even serve as a musical backdrop to Dr. Martin Luther King's campaign for civil rights. And James Taylor's warm baritone and poetic lyrics embody the art of songwriting, making him one of the defining musical figures of our time, and his music's the soundtrack of our country. Kennedy Center President Deborah F. Rutter also added, reflecting on the powerful commitments these artists have made to their craft, as well as the cultural contributions they have made over the course of their illustrious careers, is a humbling experience. These honorees have each played a unique role in shaping America's artistic landscape with their work, expressing their creativity in ways that push the boundaries of what art can do and what it can mean. Their artistic triumphs has motivated us, moved us, and will continue to inspire us for generations to come. Classic rock band Led Zeppelin did not unlawfully copy another song when producing its biggest hit, Stairway to Heaven, a California jury declared Thursday. The group was taken to copyright court over the issue of a representative for a guitarist for the rock band Spirit. At the crux of the plaintiff's argument was that Led Zeppelin lifted the certain parts from the 1968 Spirit song Taurus. Stairway to Heaven, which would become Led Zeppelin's most popular hit, was produced 3 years later. Thursday, a Los Angeles jury spent less than an hour deliberating the case before returning its verdict. Led Zeppelin members Robert Plant and Jimmy Page said in a joint statement Thursday, "We are grateful for the jury's conscientious service and pleased that it has ruled in our favor, putting to rest about the origins of Stairway to Heaven and confirming what we've known for 45 years. We appreciate our fans' support and looking forward to putting this legal matter behind us." Attorney Francis Malfoy, who represents the estate of Randy, California, said, "Justice wasn't served. It wasn't a fair fight." He died in 1997. Malfoy also alleged that Led Zeppelin won the case on a technicality. The technicality Malfoy refers to is the fact that the only sheet music for Taurus was protected by copyright at the time Led Zeppelin wrote its song. The actual audio recording of the track was not, and based on the sheet music, jurors decided they did not see any plagiarism. Mandy Moore and Ryan Adams have finally finalized their divorce. The 32-year-old actress and 41-year-old singer settled a year-and-a-half divorce settlement after announcing their split, according to court documents. Moore will keep their Beverly Hills condo in 2012 Prius. Adams, meanwhile, will walk away with several bank accounts, a 2009 Porsche Carrera, a 1959 Cadillac, his comic book collection, and some pinball machines. Adams will pay Moore $425,000 in cash to make the split even. Now the star will pay spousal support, and each will retain individual publishing rights to any music they create during the marriage. TMZ says they will split the condo furniture. Moore filed for divorce in January 2015 after nearly 6 years of marriage. The pair, who have been separated several months before, released a joint statement through their publicists in the wake of the news. The rep said at the time, "It is a respectful, amicable parting of ways, and both Mandy and Ryan are asking the media to respect their privacy at this time." Moore has since been linked to Dawn's guitarist Taylor Goldsmith. The actress will star in the new NBC series This Is Us with Milo Ventimiglia, Sterling K. Brown, Justin Hartley, and Chrissy Metz. Kanye West is set to premiere a new music video for his single Famous during a special live stream event. The event will take place live at the Forum in Inglewood, California, Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, with tickets starting at $25. Fans not in attendance will be able to view the festivities exclusively through music streaming service Tidal, similar to the Outspoken Rapper's The Life of Pablo premiere event at Madison Square Garden back in February. Tidal will then stream the video exclusively for a week following its debut. Famously, an unofficial music video for Famous, featuring Masters of None star Aziz Ansari and Eric Warheim, made the rounds online, featuring the comedic duo enjoying spaghetti and wine. Famous is notably for reigniting West's long-standing feud with Taylor Swift after he infamously rapped on the track, "I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous." Swift then took aim at West during her Grammy Awards acceptance speech in February, but mentioned in April during an interview with Vogue, I think the world is so bored with the saga, I don't want to add anything to it because then there's just more. However, West's wife, Kim Kardashian, spoke out against Swift in an interview recently with GQ, saying that she was contacted about the lyric and that she gave West the okay to use it. She said she totally knew that Famous was coming out. She wanted to all of a sudden act like she didn't. Kardashian said, also noting that there is video proof of West's phone call with Swift, who she claims totally approved that line. The new Ghostbusters movie now comes complete with the new Ghostbusters theme song. The original was made famous by Ray Parker Jr. and hit the top spot of the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts in 1984, the same year the film was released. Reincarnation, covered by Fall Out Boy Missy Elliot, puts a modern-day spin on Parker's classic. Earlier this month, Fall Out Boy bassist Pete Wentz tweeted cross off one of the Kid Dreams bucket list by covering Ray Parker's theme with Missy Elliott's version. The movie remake, directed by Paul Feig, stars Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, Kate McKinnon, and Leslie Jones as the modern-day supernatural slayers. Ghostbusters premieres on the big screen July 15th. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 2005, Tom Cruise raises eyebrows. Tom Cruise had an infamous interview with Matt Lauer, the host of NBC's morning talk show Today, on this date in 2005. During the interview, Lauer challenged Cruise about critical comments the actor has made regarding the actress Brooke Shields' use of antidepressant medications to treat her postpartum depression. One of Hollywood's most bankable leading men since the 1980s, Cruise was on Today to promote his forthcoming movie, The War of the Worlds, the director of Steven Spielberg's big-budget movie version of the H.G. Wells classic science fiction novel. Cruise was happy to talk about the movie as well as his upcoming marriage to actress Katie Holmes, whom he had proposed atop of the Eiffel Tower a short time before following a whirlwind romance. When Lauer asked Cruise about his criticism of Shields, however, the exchange got heated as Cruise's demeanor became visibly serious and competitive. As a leading member of the Church of Scientology, Cruise is against the use of antidepressant drugs or psychiatric therapy of any kind. Cruise says, I really care about Brooke Shields, but there's misinformation and she doesn't understand the history of psychiatry. Psychiatry is a pseudoscience. After chastising Lauer for being a glib and not knowing enough about the topic, Cruise mentioned his research into the use of the prescription drug Ritalin, which is normally used to treat hyperactive children. Lauer mentioned that he knew people whom prescription drugs had worked. Cruise accused him of advocating Ritalin, to which Lauer got visibly frustrated and said, I am not. You're telling me that your experiences with the people I know, which are zero, are more important than my experiences. And I'm telling you, I've lived with these people, and they're better. The Lauer interview marked the latest in what the Washington Post called the time of a series of manic moments in public in which the screen idol appeared to be losing his chiseled, steely reserve. Another of these moments had occurred earlier in that month on Oprah Winfrey's talk show, where Cruise jumped up and down on a couch professing his love for Holmes. During the Today interview, Holmes sat in the wings watching adorably as her fiancé Chernobyl against the words of the Washington Post. Some blame Cruise's run out of control public outbursts on the actor's split with his longtime publicist Pat Kingsley in the spring of 2004 and his decision to entrust his sister Leigh Ann DeVetty with all his publicity. In November 2005, after the worst run of publicity in his career, Cruise replaced DeVetty with another veteran publicist, Paul Block. And that is your entertainment report for Friday, June 24th, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone have a great weekend. Good night, and God bless you all.